3 months into parental leave, I did something that felt almost wrong for a growth investor. I sold down my 2 biggest winners of the year, on purpose. Before I go further, a hard disclaimer. Everything in this video is my own subjective approach for my life. It is not financial advice. My situation isn't yours, so please do your own research and invest carefully, okay? Here's how I reshaped my portfolio going into the second half of my leave, and the one principle behind all of it. First, the frame I run everything through. My portfolio is split roughly 50-50. Half is index tracking and dividend income, the steady core. The other half is individual stocks where I take my swings. As a 17-year project manager, I think of it like a project with 2 budgets, a stable operations budget and a smaller high-risk R&D budget. The trick is never letting one blow up the other. Here's what changed inside that structure. For most of this year, my 2 largest individual bets were IonQ, quantum computing, and Rocket Lab space. Both were my biggest winners, and I still believe in both theses. But belief in a theme and the right position size for your life are 2 completely different questions. With no paycheck landing during leave, I made a deliberate call. Take profits on my 2 highest volatility names and redeploy into something steadier. So I trimmed Rocket Lab from 600 shares down to 150, cut IonQ back to 200, and rotated that capital into Micron and Marvell, 2 established, profitable semiconductor players. This wasn't market timing. It was risk matching. When I had a salary, I could let those moonshots run large. Without one, I need a portfolio that can absorb a bad month without touching my family's finances. And to be clear, this was a rotation within tech, not out of it. Micron sits at the heart of AI memory, the HBM and DRAM feeding every data center. Marvell is in custom AI silicon and data center networking. Same secular AI trend that IonQ and Rocket Lab represent in their speculative corners, but through companies with real earnings and far less binary outcomes. Still exposed to AI growth, but through steadier hands. That was exactly the trade-off I wanted. So far, Micron's up about 21.6% and Marvell 12.3%. Now, I didn't abandon speculation, I concentrated it into 2 photonics names. I understand deeply Aeluma and PoET technologies. Both plays on optical interconnects for AI data centers. Both are currently underwater, Aeluma down about 4%, PoET down nearly 12%. And I'm completely fine with that. This is the PM discipline that matters most. I sized them to lose. They're small, calculated bets on a theme I find compelling, not core holdings. So when they're red, it's a contained single-digit drawdown, not a threat to the whole book. Blast radius controlled. The other half of the portfolio is the anchor that lets me sleep. Alongside 1,000 shares of QQQI and my index position in QQQM, I hold roughly 70 million won, about $47,000 in 2 Korea-listed, KOSPI 200 covered call ETFs, paying steady monthly distributions. That income doesn't depend on any single earnings report or rocket launch. In a book that still holds real speculative bets, this is what keeps the whole thing calm. The scoreboard today, a cost basis. Around 315 million won against a current value near 350 million. A gain of about 34 million won, or 10.78%. But honestly, the total return isn't the point. The shape is. My biggest gainers are now steady. Earnings, or income-backed names. Micron, Marvell, QQQM. My losers are the small speculative ones I intentionally kept tiny. That shape is the whole story. So here's what I'd want you to take away. It's not that quantum or space are bad ideas, I still hold both. It's that position size should track your life stage, not just your conviction. Rebalancing isn't always about chasing the hottest theme. Sometimes it's about honestly asking what your life can currently absorb and building a structure, steady core, sized to lose speculation, dependable income that keeps you invested through the smooth months and the shaky ones. And again, sincerely, this is just how I run my money in my season of life. It is not advice. Do your own research and size your risk to your own circumstances, not mine. If this breakdown was useful, subscribe. I share how I actually manage this portfolio through leave. And tell me in the comments, what's your core to speculative split? See you in the next one.